Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Handmade by Gardena. Hope everyone is having a good day. Today is day 6 of hashtag 12 Days of Digis 2020. And we're halfway through our 12 days, which means it's sort of sad because we're halfway through. Okay, these are the digitals that we're going to be working with today. This is Dear Julie Julie's day 6. This was on top. I had to cut it off because the top border was cut off whenever I printed the full page. So I printed it off as print to fit. And then this is the rest of it. So this says Christmas greetings. We have a postcard here. And we have a little tag here. This says Christmas greetings. Little Santa Claus here. A label here, and a 1918 December calendar. And that's Dear Julie Julie's. Here we have Cara Brandon Creations, day 6. And she has 2 belly bands. Santa Claus playing a violin with 2 children singing. Some sheet music, some small ephemera, Santa Claus here. Some green stamps and some music here of Joy to the World. So that's Cara Brandon's. Okay, this is my layout page for today. So we'll start over here. Let me get my glue. Sorry for the reach. I'm going to take Dear Julie Julie's December calendar, printable. And we are going to make a tuck with it. So we will glue along through here. And glue it here on the side. There we go. Got it a little bit crooked. Well, it's still a little bit crooked, but it's better than what it was. And then this was from Cara Brandon. And I'm going to glue it on here. Okay, there is our side tuck. Up here we have Dear Julie Julie's label, and I'm going to glue it at the top of the page. So I hope everyone is still joining us and is doing the digitals along with us. If you are and you post them on your YouTube channel, you can do the hashtag 12 Days of Digis 2020, and there is a playlist so everyone can see what everyone is doing on the 12 days of the digitals. I'm one of the elves, and I would again like to thank Cara Brandon and Dear Julie Julie for allowing me to be an elf. It's been a privilege. I've had a very good time. This is from Dear Julie Julie, and I just cut it out from here, this right here, this top right here, and glued it up here. And the Santa Claus with the children singing is from Cara Brandon. And we're going to glue up here. But you can also, if you don't have a YouTube channel, you can take pictures of what you've done and post it on Facebook and do the hashtag 12 Days of Digis 2020. And Cara Brandon and Dear Julie has Facebook pages that you can ask to join, and you can post it on there also so people can see your work. Okay, we're going to do the number 6, and we'll do it here for the 6 days. Okay, and then here we have this small tag that was from Dear Julie, and I'm going to put a hole in the top. With my crocodile, and just put a little grommet in it. But you can join their Facebook groups, or if you're already a member of their Facebook group, and post it on there. Here I have some of that red and white ticking that I've been using all along that we are going to put in there. Let's see, I'll use my needle. Well, try to use my needle to get that fabric in there. Let me see if I can get both sides in there. But it's been a lot of fun to try to take both digitals to put them together to come up with something. And come up with something different. And a lot of people, all the other elves that you go and watch, have come up with a lot of creative ways to come up with different things. I watch them after I get my day done because I don't want to watch anyone else's until I get my day done. And then after my day is done, then I'll go and watch everyone else's. Okay, so we have this tag here. Then we're going to slip in here. And on day 1, I had printed off Cara Brandon's page twice. And I had her 2 small tags left over. So I went back and grabbed them. So I could use them for these pockets. And I'm going to put a whale tail on both of them. At the top. Which all the other days that I've had, I've not had any leftover pieces on days 2 through 5. This was from Cara Brandon, and I'm going to glue it on there. But on day 1, I had these tags left over, and I thought I would go back and get them because I needed some tags or something to go in this pocket. This I cut out from Dear Julie Julie, this Santa. And we're going to just put him right there. And put him in there, in that pocket. Don't want to put them all the way down because I want to give this a chance to dry. Okay. Here's the other tag that I had left over. I'm going to put a whale tail on it. The weather got fairly nice here today, but as the sun goes down, like this time of the year, it gets really chilly. So it's sort of hard to dress for this time of year because during the day you get really warm, and then at night when the sun goes down it gets really cold. This is from Cara Brandon, so we're going to put it here. And I think all three of these pieces are Cara Brandon, excuse me, that we're going to put on here on this tag. And then on the little ticket, I have some scissors that cuts this way. So I just cut them on the edge to make them more like a ticket. And I got them in a kit from Amazon. So we are going to slide this tag next to that one and this one. Excuse me. So there's this side done. This side over here, I'm going to do a triple belly band. So this top one is Cara Brandon's. So on the belly band, we're just going to glue along this edge here and this edge here, and I'm going to put it toward the top. And I'm going to use her small ephemera pieces to glue alongside there. So there's her music sheet. And here is her Santa. And then down here at the bottom is Cara Brandon's belly band. So we're going to glue along these edges here. And glue it down here. This is Dear Julie Julie's. And where I had cut off the Christmas greetings, this is the bells from it with the holly berry. And I just cut that out. So we're going to put this on the belly band of Cara Brandon. And this was a piece of ephemera that says Christmas greetings from Cara Brandon. That we're going to put on this side. Okay, and the middle one, this is Dear Julie Julie's, and the sparkle on it is stickles that I put on earlier today. Here along the outside edges, I put glisten stickles on it, and then on the bell, I put sandstone stickles on it, and I put it on a lot earlier because it takes a while for it to dry. So I put it on earlier today, early this morning, so it could have a chance to dry. I'm going to put this belly band in the center, but I just wanted to give it a little bit more dimension. And this was the postcard that was in Dear Julie Julie's, and I did some embossing on it. This was the first time that I did embossing. I just got my embossing kit not yesterday but the day before in the mail, and I put this stamp here on it, and then here I just used the paintbrush in my embossing ink and put on there. And so we are going to put this in the center here, or you can do it like this, whichever way that you prefer, but you can do it different ways. And this is another thing that I had left over from day one. This was from Cara Brandon, another postcard. And I had these two little pieces of ephemera left over from day one that I'm going to glue on here from Cara Brandon. And that has used up all of my ephemera that I have so far. So I don't have anything left over as of right now. And this says Sleigh. So I thought that we would put the postcard mark of the embossing fluid, the embossing ink on there, in case I have some new subscribers out there that's never seen it. This is Versamark water stamp ink pad, and this is the stamp that I'm going to use. It's just a postage stamp. That I'm just going to stick right here. And I have some black embossing powder that I'm going to put over it. Let me put the cap on my glue while we're waiting on that for a second. And I have been watching the channel by Mimi with Love. She does a lot of embossing, and that's where I've been seeing her emboss. So I'm like, okay, I have got to get this. And she is the one that used the technique of the paintbrush of putting it into your embossing ink to do on the Christmas tree, and that's where I learned that technique from. Okay, we do have to take a little dryer to dry our embossing ink with, which I will do in just 1 second. Let me get all this in here. Okay, and close it up. And this is going to be just a little bit loud, so you may want to turn your volume down. But you just go over this with your heat gun. And it doesn't really take that long. And then I also get on the back of it. To make sure that that helps it dry better also. And there we go. It just adds another dimension. And I just learned my embossing techniques on the channel by Mimi with Love, and you need to hop on over to her channel. She has some great other techniques that she does. She does all kinds of different crafts and styles and techniques and everything. And she's so much fun to watch. She's so fun. And we will just slide it into there. And there is our page spread for today on day 6. So let's recap. I'm sorry, it looks like my camera has went way sideways. I hope I was in frame for some of that. So here on day 1 was a postcard we had from Cara Brandon. And we did some embossing on it. Here was a postcard from Dear Julie Julie. Did some embossing on it. Used a paintbrush to emboss the Christmas tree and this stamp here. Did a triple belly band here. The top and bottom are Cara Brandon. This ephemera, this and this is from Cara Brandon. This is from Dear Julie Julie. The middle belly band is from Dear Julie Julie, and put some stickles on here on the top and bottom and on the bell for some different dimension. And here is a label from Dear Julie Julie. This is from Dear Julie Julie. This is from Cara Brandon. We put day 6 on it. This we made a side tuck from Dear Julie Julie, December 1918 calendar. And this was a label, Christmas label from Cara Brandon that I put 3 tags on. This was from Dear Julie Julie that we put a grommet on and just some red and white ticking. These were some tags that I had left over from Cara Brandon's kit from day 1, and put some small ephemera pieces with a whale tail tab. This is Santa's from Dear Julie Julie. This is from Cara Brandon. The tag's Cara Brandon, and with the whale tail tab. that we just slid into this pocket here. But I don't know how my camera got turned around sideways. But hopefully I was in frame and you could see a lot of that. And that is day 6. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments, you can leave them down below. In the description box, I will link Cara Brandon's and Julie's Etsy shop and their YouTube channels, and the YouTube channels of all the other elves that's playing along with this. And I hope that you play along with this, because I have to say this has been a lot of fun. And I do have this left over. This is Cara Brandon. We have 5 little green stamps that we will use another day. So I will put this in the box that we'll use another day. So that's the only thing that we have not used in the kit. And I hope everyone stays healthy, happy, and safe. And I will talk to you tomorrow. And see you all later. And I guess that's it. So goodbye.